my name is Jada.
Hi, I'm Taisha.
And this is the
She, Me, We podcast.
Today's topic, we are going to be talking about relationship and drugs, and this is our second episode.
Woo!
Thank you guys for tuning in and interacting with our first one. So make sure y'all tune in, interact with this. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and follow all our social medias, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in, and let's get into it.
All right, so for the second episode, we have our first special guest, which is Corian, and
say hi.
Hello.
Anyways, he's gonna have a couple questions for us as we get ready to discuss relationships and drugs. So to start the segment off, relationship wise, everyone is finding themselves and finding the person that makes them happy. Some people feel the need to want to be in a relationship. I believe relationships are beautiful. They can be healthy and they can also be toxic. Some relationships are just not at the right time. I feel like a lot of people feel the need to be needing someone to be around or needing someone to feed off of their energy in order to be at a better place with themselves. Relationships can be dark. They can be the highlight of someone's life, leading up to like marriage, family. Everyone wants to be in a relationship in a happy moment. And a lot of people link up together in their relationships and do drugs together. And they have like drug relationships. So like I said, it can be a happy time. It can be a sad time. But we are channeling a happy, healthy relationship. So we're going to talk about bad things in a relationship, good things in a relationship. What's the perfect time for a relationship? What's a healthy relationship? What's toxic? What should we deal with? And what are we not dealing with? So, go ahead and ask us your first question.
Hello, my name is Corian, and I will be asking the first couple of questions. So, when do y'all think that it is the perfect time to have sex?
For me, I don't like, for myself, it just, for me, I always have people around my age have sex at 13, 14, 15, and I don't judge, but sometimes you don't know what people are going through, so it's you don't know why people are having sex, why they're doing that, because some people can be hypersexual from getting sexually assaulted or doing stuff like that, so it's you never can say it's a perfect timing, because it's you never know what somebody's going through. So I wouldn't say it's a perfect age or anything. I just say I would more say having babies and stuff at certain ages. No, nothing below 18 for me. I don't like that. Nothing below 18 for me. I don't know about because some people got different rules in their household, so you never know what your mom's saying, what your granny's saying, what your dad's saying. So I don't think it's certain ages. It just also depends on what somebody's going through. But if you're not really going through nothing and you're just doing this to do it, don't do that. Don't do that, because you're gonna just regretting it and all that stuff. Just don't do it.
I think that was a good question, but there is no right or wrong answer. Because I can follow you around all day just to make sure that you're not having sex, but what is that really doing for me but taking away from prioritizing my family and my household? So I think long as we are teaching everyone how to take care of themselves, how to be proactive, how to have safe sex, and knowing at a young age, I don't even think relationships are even appropriate. I don't know if appropriate is the word, but relationships early, I feel you have more things to focus on, like school, just your mental health overall, so that you don't learn toxic behavior or learning to argue and fight in a relationship. And then adding sex into the equation makes it even more dangerous, because now you're mixing ties and feelings and souls together when you're not old enough to understand how that kind of stuff operates. So honestly, I don't. But also, like I said, you can't, there's no right or wrong, because I can't say, oh my gosh, a 13-year-old had sex and I don't agree with it. But you, like you said, you don't know what somebody is going through, and maybe they were manipulated into thinking that this was the right time, this was the right thing to do, because a guy can also make you, a guy and a girl, they can make you feel like this is the moment, this is the time, and whole time it's a terrible mistake. So that plays into like healthy relationships, because just having sex because you think you like somebody, or like, it's not okay. But like I said, I can't follow you around all day to make sure that that's something that you're not doing. I can only teach you the healthy ways and what's right and what's wrong and what you should be focusing on aside from sex. Like, sex is gonna always be there down the line. Like, if I could have waited to have sex until I was more mature and more mentally aware, that's what I would have did. But would I have waited till like marriage and being stuck with one person? Absolutely not. No, not happening. But I applaud those who have. I applaud those who have, because they have a healthy, balanced relationship. But everybody has their own stuff. But mentally mature. So mentally mature is actually being an adult. So yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, like I said, there's no really like perfect age, because like when somebody feels a certain way, you can't tell them what they can and can't do, because they're gonna do it either way.
Yeah.
Everybody has self-will.
So are you out here just trying to get a bunch of cheeks?
Yo,
or do you have class?
I don't even go nowhere to touch people, so.
That's right. So you have class. Mama's taught you well. Mama's taught you well. Moving on.
Next question.
Next question.
Like, how do y'all feel on the way that teens are able to like have all this easy access to the drugs? Like, they able to access it as soon as they want. They walk out the house. Maybe their parents want letting them get it, stuff like that.
I think that teens should make better decisions when it comes to attempting to try drugs. But like we said, there's no right or wrong answer for that either, because everyone explores things and try to see what they like, what they don't like, or peer pressured into like, yo, I got this blunt, let's all just hit it one time, or just take this pill, we all gonna have a good time. It's a lot of peer pressure, and it's a lot of doing things to try to fit in with your peers. Or you could be just depressed and have anxiety and like, I'm just gonna do it and see if I feel better, and might think you feel better till it comes down.
Right.
So I think that everybody should just think things through, because especially with vaping, like I feel like vaping is so many chemicals in that stuff that teens don't even know what they're smoking. Adults know what they're smoking and they're still choosing to do it, but teens don't know what they're smoking, don't have the education behind it, and then something happens to them. You're stunning their growth. Y'all are still growing. Brain is fried because now you done smoked it to death, or you done took some type of substance and not giving yourself a chance at life. That's what I think.
I feel like it's a bad thing, because I feel like some kids go through so much at home, and that's their escape plan to like have drugs. And it's like, that's when drug addicts really start, is when you're young, because you're either influenced by your family, or you're going through something, you're trying to find an escape. And you see on social media like, oh, or you see all these rappers, it'd be like, oh, my pain, I escaped it through drugs, or I do something. You know, kids these days already look up to rappers nowadays, so it's like the influence that they have on rappers, anybody around their family that's addicts, it's just like it could just go down to them, and it's like they have so much easy access. It's like they can have $5 in their pocket and they'll still spend it on drugs because they're in pain right now. Mm-hmm. So they feel like that's what they need. Instead of food, instead of all these healthy things, their priority is drugs, because everything around them is surrounded by drugs. It's also a bad thing, because going into the sex topic as well, it's like people can be doing drugs and they force people on them when they're high, when they're drunk, when they're doing something. So it's like, it's a bad thing, because that's how a lot of predators, rapers, everything start at a young age for real, when nobody really knows, because it's like they don't know what somebody's really going through. Everybody has a meaning behind everything that they do. So it's like drugs is really the main starter of literally everything, and everybody's mental health, everybody's everything. But I feel like people should like monetize like what a lot of people are doing, like a lot of kids, because it's like that stuff can really start up at a young age. Now,
Yeah.
vaping stuff, people, I wouldn't say a lot of kids do it. A lot of kids do it because it's just like, you know, they do it. But it's also like, vaping, it's not as serious as like liquor and like actual woods and stuff, I would say.
I think it's very serious.
I think it's very serious, but it's I don't know. I feel like some people, when they actually hit a wood or something, it's like they act differently than they do with a little tiny vape. Because I see a lot of kids hit vapes and it's like they don't act like, oh wait, I don't know.
Well, I think it's because it's not like a THC, so they're not actually being high, but they are still being like floaty.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a hardcore drug,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still an addiction because it's tobacco.
You're right.
So it's still an addiction.
Yeah.
And I do want to take this time to say that addiction is very serious and is very real. But the moment that you do take a drug, a drink, anything to escape your problems, when that drunk or in that high or intoxication of any form comes down, the problem is still there. So take that time to explore the other serious options in your mental health that could be causing you to feel the need and the urge of that drug. You are stronger than the drug, and it is possible to be drug free if you have an addiction.
Yes, and it's just like kids I really feel like you should not do it if you can't handle nothing that you're going through or anything. Like, if you're going through pain, talk to God, talk to a therapist, talk to your family members. Like, do not think drug is an escape plan, because it's really not. Like, drugs cannot handle anything but another problem.
And 10 years later down the line, all those dreams you had are gone.
Like, it's just gonna mess you up. So, all right. So, how do you feel about kids having like so much easy access nowadays?
I mean, I feel like it's like a kid can go on Instagram and see like somebody posted something, and then like just they'll pull up to them, like they'll be outside in like the next 30 minutes.
Kind of goes back to our age limit of social media topic.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Like,
I told y'all.
And then it's like sometimes they be acting like they don't even know what they be doing. So it just be like they wasting all this money, wasting like whatever they got going for like dumb stuff. So it'd be like.
Do you feel like everybody has that period in their life where they try something and you know, just have a phase in their life, and then it's just, you know, you can wake up one day and decide like, I don't even want to do that no more?
I feel like everybody like the mindset some of these kids be having, you will always want to try something. It's like it's curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can have like a certain type of everybody curiosity is different, so everybody can do different things. But
do you think it's easy to fight that curiosity? Like, dang, I think I want to try something. It's like, nah, bro, tripping.
Yes.
yeah.
Easy for me.
Yeah. I can say that too. Like, when I was a teen, hanging with my peers, like, and I seen them, like, they was already like drinking liquor and stuff, and I was just like, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah,
when I seen when they got drunk and they would be like falling over the floor, throwing up, like sliding down the walls, oh no, I'm gonna just go ahead and go home, y'all.
I'm the sober friend that drives everyone. I just can't. Like, I'm not easily influenced either. So it's like, if I ever do something, it's on my end. Like, like curiosity or something. Like, but I would never do something and then want to do it again the next day. Or
Never
do it
say
again
never.
Oh, never. Never. No, I can't do that. I can't
it just
do it.
be like,
I
do what I want.
Yeah, it's like you do what you want and you know what you want to do and you know what's good for you. Like,
so you can't never just sit back and say somebody else made you do it.
Yeah, you can't. And it's just like, it's also like, I just feel like I'm scared of how I would act if I was like drunk or something. Like, I do not want to see myself like that. I don't know a part of me. I probably don't know a part of myself that will come out when I'm like that. So
well,
it's
that's
like,
good. That's
so
good
it's like,
that you know.
I don't want to see nothing that I don't want to see.
That's
I
right.
don't want to do nothing that somebody else gonna see. They gonna put it out there, and I just can't.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I have self control with it. So it's like a lot of kids can't have self control if you really want it. But if you're like around that so much, it's like you really don't got an option of self control sometimes.
I mean, you can't say you don't got an option because you
do, but it's like
you don't gotta be around them type of people.
You don't. But some people it's forced. Like some people, that's all they can be around.
Because that's their environment.
Like for like
so
mom,
you just have
dad,
to
grandma. It's just like that's just what it's just built in you.
Well, thank you for being our first guest. You know, stay drug free and stay healthy in that relationship.
Thank you, Corian. Bye bye.
Deuces.
Okay, so we're gonna jump right into our questions.
Yes, we are going to do our questions now, and yeah, so I'll do the first question. So, do you feel being older in relationships are harder or easier?
I feel like yes, it's harder because when you were younger, you were able to just kind of like mess up more. You could mess up and it's just like, yo, we young. We got a lot of time ahead of us. Sure, it's okay if it don't work out. We can break up on Monday, be back together on Thursday. But as an adult, like being older, it's like you want to create stability. You want things to be healthy. And like I'm too old to be screaming in the phone, yelling, chasing a man, or just dealing with certain things that I don't have to. Mm-hmm. I create a healthy home, a healthy mental space, and like a peace of mind. Mm-hmm. So being older, you want a peace of mind. Anything that triggers you to go back to who you were in the past, right, or doing something that's out of your character, I can't go for. So being older in a relationship is definitely harder when things are not aligning. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and I feel like if things are not aligning and you are not happy, it is your life. Who gets to come in your life and choose that you're supposed to be unhappy? Right. Mm-hmm. No one has the right to come into your world, your home, your space, and to make you unhappy in this one life that we have. If it does not cause you peace and is bringing you down, leave it. Mm-hmm. But I also don't tell my friends to leave their man. I'm never that girl. I don't tell anybody to leave their relationship. I tell them to find what works for them, what makes you happy, what works in your life. And if that doesn't align with your life, then do what's best for you to be happy. That's it.
Yeah, because when you're younger, it is like it's easier, but at the same time we think it's not easier. Yeah. Because it's like we're young, so it's like we want things to be perfect right now. So that when we get older, we don't gotta worry about nothing. But the whole time, it's like when we get older, we got way more responsibilities, like financial, like you said, financial stuff, housing, stuff like that, like long distance. It's like it's so much that could come like when you're older. Yeah. So it's like as a teenager, you do want to cherish these moments now, because it's like when you're getting older, it's like being a kid is not there no more.
Yeah, and as a teen though, I think it's healthy to actually date. Like date is a real thing. Date and being in a relationship is two totally different things. Like I'm dating this guy and then I'm dating this guy too. I'm finding out what I like and what I don't like. So when I get into a serious relationship, now I have boundaries. Now I have requirements. Mm-hmm. But just because you date one person, you shouldn't solidify yourself to them as a teenager. Like that's what I'm saying. So dating does not mean you're in a relationship with every single person that you talking to. Date to know what you like, to know what you don't like, to know what's healthy, to know what's not healthy, so that you don't get into an adult relationship and it's too late to turn back.
Yeah, that's why I feel like relationships at a young age is good and a bad thing depending on how you do it. Depending on how you handle it, depending on how your mind is, depending on how mature you are.
Yeah,
like,
definitely maturity.
I feel like relationships at a young age, look, it helped me. I'm not gonna lie. I tell you that all the time. It helped me because, baby, when I get older, I know what I want. Right now I know what I want because, like, I did it at a young age. It's like I'm at the point, like, I know what I want. Like, and I'm not influenced by social media. I'm not influenced by nobody around me. Yeah. I know exactly what I want. I'm never changing that for nobody. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like relationships at a young age is so much easier, especially when you're in high school, because, well, it's not easier, but it's better for your mind and what you want, because when you get in college, it's a different ballgame. Them dudes, all they want is that. And it's just like, you gonna get a dude, think he wants you, and you're just on his crack list for college. Because I already talked to my friends, I said, what you doing when you go to high school? He said cracking. So therefore,
what's cracking?
Cracking. So therefore, it's just like, you have to get relationships now while people have limited access to the girls that they have. Because my friends, I was really talking to my friends. He was just like, I ain't gonna put you on blast, but you know who he was. So I was talking to him. He's like, I just can't really do what I want right now because I'm in high school and I'm in Akron and everybody know each other. But once I get to college, don't nobody know me.
So he feel like he can't be himself because it's limited girls?
No, it's like, I feel like he's saying like he gonna be himself regardless, but he just saying he has limited access to girls because everybody in Akron, everybody know each other, everybody friends with each other, everybody doing this.
But that's why people should be dating, because you're not bound to anybody. If you're dating, I can't say you're young, so everyone's dating. One day Kiki might be messing with Tone, and then next month Tone's gonna be dating Shishi. Kiki and Shishi. But Kiki can't be mad because you're young and you're dating. It's not solidify. He didn't ask you to marry him. He didn't physically say, hey, will you be my girlfriend? He didn't make that step, so there's no need to be mad.
That's why people in our generation, we don't. It's just like we don't. It's like we're in the talking stage. It's just we're in the talking stage. If you're in the talking stage, I feel like if I'm in the talking stage, I feel like you should. Like, if you talk, I just feel like, as respect for me, if you're talking to me, don't make me look stupid. I don't care. Like, if you're on my phone, you're doing something, don't make me look stupid and make it sound like you're not messing with me. Because I feel like in our world, in our generation, we look at it as, if you're talking to somebody, you need to be staying down to them. Because if you're out here...
Well, see, it's healthy ways to date, though. If I'm talking to two people, I'm never going to play the other person in front of... I'm dating. So I'm never going to disrespect anybody. I'm going to respect y'all. And say we're all in the same room, I'm not going to be all laid up and hugged up with him. And then now you feeling away because I am talking to you. No. I'm going to respect the room. I'm going to respect you. I'm going to speak to you. I'm going to speak to you. But I'm going to do my own thing. Like, because we didn't solidify what this is. So I'm not hugged up and matched up and coupled up with nobody.
You're mature enough for that, but baby.
See? The older.
You're just older, honey. Because nowadays, you in the room with both the girls, they're fighting over you. They're going to beat you up, and they're going to slash your tires. There's no way around that. You, like, in this world, you get caught up talking to more than one person. You're getting bashed on live. You're getting bashed on Instagram. You're a dog. Your name in the streets. You're a slut. You're all of that. So,
and that's toxic, because if a man or a woman has not physically asked you to be their significant other, their boyfriend or their girlfriend, that is not a relationship. A relationship is someone who really cares about you, wanting to take the next step. Will you be my girlfriend? Will you be my boyfriend? If you don't hear those words, this is not a relationship. And do not take it serious. And do not embarrass yourself or upset yourself by someone else's actions. Flat out.
For real.
So, how do you handle, or how do you think teens handle a heartbreak?
Well, how we talked about earlier is, I feel like a lot of people handle it with drugs. A lot of people handle it with going and talking to multiple other people to get their mind off of that person that they got a heartbreak from. Or they just go on and just, like, have sex with multiple people that they feel like will get their mind off of the one person that hurt them. So I feel like it's different ways that a lot of teenagers do it, but how I would do it, I would just low-key, like, give myself a couple of just a break from even talking to somebody. Like, break to understand what happened, what went wrong, so that I don't have to worry about that in my next relationship, or I don't have to worry about that in my next talking stage or whatever I'm going through. So it's like I handle it, like, sometimes, like, when it first happened, you gonna cry, you gonna go what you go through. You're not gonna really think straightforward when you're going through. It's like, well, I got options, so I don't really care. I ain't bothered by you. Like, who is you? You know who I am? I don't care. Like, so it's like you're going through so many stages of heartbreak. So it's like it's not gonna be straightforward, straight matureness. That first week you're gonna be on ghetto-ness. I swear. I wouldn't say it was heartbreak, but after breakup or whatever, I was on straight go. I don't care. I was petty. I was doing all that because it's just like, I don't care. At that point I really did not care, because it's like, if you portraying me as you never messed with me, I'm gonna dog you down to nothing when we break up. Because it's just like, don't make the world seem like we broke up for no reason, or don't make the world seem like it's looking depending on both sides on how y'all both reacting to the breakup or to the heartbreak. So it's like, if y'all both mature, it ain't gonna never hit the internet. It ain't gonna never hit. It ain't gonna never hit nobody else's mind that we was in a bad relationship. We just know what went wrong and we could have did better. So it's like you handle it in so many different ways of how the other partner reacts. So it's like, say we break up and the partner say we on good terms, we couldn't get this right. Maybe it will come back next time. But right now, don't go to nobody else about this. Don't go to nothing about. We handled this and we did good with this. So it's like, we tried our best and it didn't work. Now that's a mature breakup. Now, different mature breakup is when the other person going around, some people like, oh yeah, they cheated, or oh yeah, she was, I ain't want her anyways, or stuff like, or I ain't want him anyways.
But that's really them reflecting on being emotional, letting their feelings come out in a negative light. So I feel like adults handle breakups by getting in their bag. That's healthy. But it's like, even though we already in our bag, it's just like, I'm just about to go 10 times harder. Like, I'm just about to go to work. I'm just about to chill out. I don't want to go outside no more. I don't want to do anything. I'm just staying. I will stay at home to self-reflect so that I don't go outside and make a mistake. And can't come back from it. So that comes with just, I guess, a level of maturity, because I will try to be like, I'm about to just go so hard and really like stunt on them crazy, because you never gonna get your back. I ain't coming back. I might come back, but I ain't coming back like I left.
Right.
I'm coming back stronger, harder,
and
to where
and you gotta adjust to me now.
Yeah, and now you have to adjust to my change and my heartache of whatever occurred. So I think that adults just get in their bag and just start going hard and just focus on themselves for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not mature, then you are gonna go talking to multiple people trying to just find somebody to heal the next person's hurt, which is not okay.
Yeah, you can't come in a relationship or go to somebody new dependent, making them trying to fix what somebody else done. Like that's so selfish. Like you're not supposed to do that because then you're gonna hurt them, and then once they heal you, they're hurt.
Because you're bringing all this anger, hurt, and doubt from this situation, and you haven't healed from it yet. So it's so toxic and unhealthy. And it's like, heal first.
Yes, but a lot of young people will never really understand that until they really get older. So it's like a lot of people adjust at different ages. A lot of people get mature at different ages. A lot of people don't get mature until they're like 26. So you really never know of somebody's state of maturity and how they're going to approach certain situations. So it's like heartbreaks can be handled so many different ways depending on you and your partner's maturity, on how much maturity y'all had in that relationship, how much maturity y'all had in y'all's connection. So it's like every heartbreak is different, but I would.
And you always have that moment though that you do something that you knew you weren't supposed to do. Now you're at home reflecting like, dang, I should have never did that, or I should have never said that.
Mm-hmm.
Like once you come down from that temper, like, or those emotional feelings.
Yeah, so I just feel like don't handle stuff toxic. Like just be mature, think back, reflect before you act. Just think before you do stuff, because that's what save a lot of things.
Okay.
So my next question is, do you think as you get older that drugs just get harder and more like addicting?
I think that as you get older, people become content with their problems, or they try to mask their problems, because once you get older, it's almost like you have this reflect on yourself, like, what have I done with my life?
Right.
Why haven't I grown? And it's like, okay, I'm just about to go get high or just drink to take away the pain that I'm feeling from whatever have occurred. Some people may still be doing drugs from like childhood traumas.
Right.
And some people, it may be just a new drug and it just became an addiction and they didn't realize that it was addiction until it was too late.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, honestly, like, I think when I think of addictions or drugs, a lot of it to me is hereditary. Like, you'll have people whose parents were drug addicts, family members were drug addicts, and then they grow up and they become a drug addict.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like even people who say their parent was a drug addict and they gave them away and they never even met their parent. Mm-hmm. And they grow up and still be exactly like their parent.
And they don't even know.
And they don't even know them or know what their parent even, went through.
Right.
And they still turn out that way. I think that, like I said, I kind of think it is hereditary, but it's also the mindset. If we were taught to explore our feelings, express ourselves, allow yourself to get rid of whatever is hurting you, so healing from your trauma and your pain, or just whatever is bothering you, then drugs would be less efficient.
Right. Yeah, I really feel like it really do depend on what you going through when you're young, with like hereditary, like you said. Like, it really all depends on all those things for real, because it's like when you're older you have more control over yourself, but it's also still like you're still probably holding on to stuff when you're younger, because I know a lot of people that really do hold on to things when they're younger. They never let go. They hold this type of grudge. So it's like, and they still be so mad that they're still seeking drugs as a self-validation. So it's like, it really depends on who you are, the person you are, and who your family was and who your parents were. And it's just like, you really gotta be mature enough to let go of drugs for real.
And a lot of people stem drug addictions, like we said, from childhood trauma, and they just carry all the way into their adulthood. Like, if you ask someone like, yo man, when did you start doing drugs? Man, back in my life, my mom, she just was on me hard, like she was abusing me, or I ain't have nobody that cared about me when I was a kid, so I just turned to the drugs. And it's like, if we reach everyone as a teen, or as a teen, and have them get that hate about their heart, or get that expression out, then a lot of drug addictions and things can be saved, because now mental health is starting to be a high peak. People are exploring what's wrong with them. People are those feelings that they're feeling, they're seeking help. Mm-hmm. So less drug addicts should be occurring, but it's a lot of people in the world that's not, you know, they looking past what they feeling or their mental health, and they're not getting the help that they need.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Do you feel as a teen others take drugs to like be cool and to fit in?
Oh yes, all the time. I really don't dislike it so much because I feel like teens nowadays, when they're younger, like, it's so many people out here that is known as a young person. They just doing drugs, they just hang around older people. So it's like, it really also depends on who you're hanging around, on how influenced and how cool you want to be.
Yeah.
Like, say you hang around some gang people, you're going to be influenced to do it because that's what they're doing. You're going to be influenced to be cool. You're going to post it. People post their stuff smoking all the time, and I just want to block them. Stop. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see nothing blowing out your mouth. You're disgusting. Like, please. Like, you should not be portraying yourself on social media like that, and you think it's cool points. You're only going to get cool points to people that's surrounded like that, and that's your circle. That's what other people are going to get cool points from. But for me, oh baby, you're going to get a dislike and a block. Because it's just, you should not portray yourself like that. You shouldn't be allowing yourself to even allow people to see that of you. Because it's like, whatever you put on social media, it's what I'm gonna take.
I do feel like it should be something that's done in your privacy if it's truly something you want to do versus broadcasting it on the internet. Like, I used to grow up and believe like a girl smoking was just crazy work. Like, you wouldn't catch me smoking as no girl.
Swear.
I mean, oh no, I'm only supposed to be cute. I ain't supposed to be smoking.
Yes. And
then like it was a time where I was trying to smoke with my peers, and I'm only doing it because they like, just do it, like just do it. And then once I did it, and I'm just sitting there like, this is the dumbest feeling of my life. Like, literally, I never want to feel this. I feel like my head is exploding, my heart is racing, my mind is thinking 10 times over. I'm hearing myself talk in my head. It was a no for me. Yeah, I can't. It was like, a no for me. It's
just like people really, and even with drug and drinking too, like people so like that new trend, that little Don. Everybody want to participate in that and put post bottles on their head, like post something else on y'all's head. Like, why y'all gotta post a bottle? And it's just like as teenagers, yes, as teenagers, I hate it so bad for them. Like, as adults, I don't care, but teenagers, I hate it so bad for you because like, why are you getting that type of addiction anyways and portraying yourself like that at such a young age? And it's like, you should not be doing that.
And then it's like you're young, so it's like the feeling, like everybody is feeling something different. Like, we can both sit and get drunk right now, and what you feeling could be total sickness, and what I'm feeling could be total like, oh my gosh, I'm mellowed out, I'm cool. Like, everybody has a different reaction to drugs, to drinks. Everybody is different. And I think also drugs and like alcohol is a depressant. So whatever mood you are in, that drug is going to heighten that mood. If you are having a depressed, sad day and you go and take a drug, the rest of your day is about to be depressed and sad.
Depressed and sad, because all you're doing is making the depression go deep.
Yeah, it's just making all the things that are bothering you or that's wrong with you come out. And then once the drug goes down, the problem is still there. It's still there. So you just have to dig deeper into, you know, reaching what's really bothering you and try to actually solve it. Right. Because the drug is literally going to only heighten it in that moment, and then once the drug comes down, the problem is still going to be there.
Yeah, and I really just feel like people our age really just looks for so much validation from our people, our youth, as like our circle of like migrant kids. Like, I feel like everybody looks for validation into other people, and I hate that so bad. Like, you will see on people's social media, it's like they just looking for validation by the stuff they're doing. I don't like people that look for so many people's validation, because the only validation you should be looking for is God's. And I just don't like when people look for other people's validation. They're not even y'all the same age, y'all go to the same school, y'all don't do nothing different from each other to be looking for that girl's validation. Just because she got so many friends, just because she's don't mean you gotta look for her validation. And I don't like that, and I hate that people do that, because like, that means you don't have self-love for yourself. You're looking for somebody else's validation.
I feel like, well, when I think about me, if you're not harming my income, the money that I'm making, if you're not affecting the way that I run my house, if you're not affecting my children in their health, I do not care what you think, what your opinion is, what you feel about me, what you have to say. I'm not looking to even prove anything to anybody. I am who I say I am. I make sure I live the way that God is ordering my steps, and that's the only person I'm looking to please. And my mom. I care what my mom thinks. I do. I don't care about nobody else.
That's how it would be, because you should not ever care about nobody, what nobody say, like, and that's people's problem. That's when they start to get to smoking and drinking on the internet just for validation, and I don't like that.
And then it turns left. So 10 years down the line, the person you was trying to validate to, they didn't quit smoking, they didn't quit drinking, they actually going to school, they done got a career, and you still smoking, you still drinking, you still, now they doing better than you. So that's why it's best to just keep your eyes on your own plate and your own prize.
For real, don't look at nobody else's plate or nothing.
That's it.
Okay, so my last question is, how do you think people should prioritize their relationships, or how do you prioritize your relationship with everything you got going on in life?
So I feel like a relationship for me right now is not important. I want to continue to love on myself and to continue to find out the things that I don't like and that I do like, and then I also just want to continue to keep a peace of mind. I feel like too many times we have to continue to remind people what's right for us, or what I may want they don't want, or they may want more than what I'm willing to give at the moment. So I think that your own self and how you look at yourself, how you value yourself, and making sure that your life is actually together, then try to date. Like, I'm not trying to date and I can't pay my rent.
Right.
I'm not trying to date and my refrigerator is empty. I'm not trying to date and I don't have enough pair of panties to even change into for him.
Right.
I'm not trying to date and, like, I have things that I can be doing. Like, I can be trying to make sure I'm cleaning up the house all the time. It's just other things I want to focus on than a relationship. Because when you get in a relationship, you stop doing certain things. Like, things that you prioritize, like, oh my gosh, I want to start a business, and then you go get in this relationship. Now your business is on a back burner because you're trying to please this person. You're trying to be around this person and be so into this person that you forget to be into yourself.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't think in this moment for me that it's a priority. So I'm gonna prioritize all my needs and my wants and my home and my children, and then if dating is something that's gonna happen that's healthy, then yes, but no.
Right.
No.
Okay. I feel like I definitely feel that on, like, when you, especially like when you're older, it's so much more responsibility. So it's like adding somebody else onto that is just too much. And if they can't give that, if they're not even ready, mentally ready, physically ready, financially ready, it's no point in dating. Because, like, if you're not really self-loved into yourself, I really don't feel like you should be dating. Yeah. Because, like, even at a young age too, like, I feel like you could really mess up somebody like that. If you don't have love for yourself, how can you love somebody else? Yeah. Like, how?
You don't know how.
You don't, exactly. You don't even know. You don't even know where love even start at, because you don't even have it in yourself. So it's like, you can't really go out here just loving anybody or just saying you love anybody. You don't even know what love means. Yeah. So it's like, I get that. Like, you really gotta be, y'all both really have to be financially stable and happy with the way y'all's life are, and don't allow each other to, like, lose focus on themselves. Yeah. Like, don't like you don't always gotta be up each other's butt all the time.
Yeah, because in a healthy relationship, you are supposed to pour into each other, but you're not supposed to. You are not the highlight of my day. Exactly. Like, I'm not going to talk to you every single day. I'm not going to feed your insecurities because you want to know where I was at 6 o'clock, or you want to know who I talked to today, or you want to know if somebody DM'd me. This is all unhealthy. And what did I say in the beginning of the episode? Unhealthy, if it doesn't bring you peace of mind, let it go. Let it go. Because then you start to look at yourself and you're going to start thinking you're flawed because now this person is not who you want them to be. But that's because you're pouring too much into them, and you still should be pouring into yourself while also watering them. Pour into yourself, water them. Right. That's it. I'm not here to make sure you survive. I'm watering you to help you survive, but I'm not here to obligated. I'm not obligated for that. Right. No.
Yep, I feel that. So, yeah, that is right. Because at a young age, I really feel like a lot of people don't understand that.
It's too much pressure.
It's too much pressure because they're not really ready for that. You still figuring out yourself. Yeah. And it's just like a lot of people don't know how to balance that. A lot of people don't know how to balance when you need a relationship and when you really don't. Like, it's like, it's good to experience a relationship at a young age, but like I said, you have to be in a certain situation in your life. Like, yeah, you got good grades. You doing good in school. You know where you want to go. Like, cool, get a relationship, but don't prioritize it so much to the point where you lose focus of everything that you have planned when you wasn't in one.
Well, a lot of people don't know how to be alone.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everyone feels like, oh, I broke up. Like, now I need to go find somebody else. And no, you have to sit back and pour into yourself. Like, it's okay to be alone. You're not missing out on anything. You're actually taking that time to figure out you, what works for you, what is healthy for you, what makes you happy.
Right.
Like, prioritizing yourself. So being alone is the greatest feeling, because you're not afraid, you're not scared, you're balancing out your own emotions of what's next for you.
Yeah, it's good to be alone, y'all. Don't force yourself into anything.
It's good to be alone. If you are not happy, it does not bring you a peace of mind. Peace of mind is not on sale. It's not on sale. They are snatching it
up, and they do not care.
A peace of mind. You just always want a peace of mind, because how are you able to be healthy for your kids? How are you able to be healthy for your future as a student if you don't have a peace of mind?
Right. You need a peace of mind. You need
the person that you are in a relationship with should bring you a peace of mind and make you feel safe and secure and pushing you for your goals as you're pushing them. So you're just feeding each other positive energy. And if someone can't do that for you at the moment, you know, you should look into yourself and just channel a peace of mind. Peace of mind, peace of mind, peace, 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 peace. Peace. Why do you feel teens want to be in a relationship?
I feel like a lot of teens want to be in a relationship because like you said, they're afraid to be alone, or like they want to just experience it because of what they see on social media. So I feel like a lot of teens want to experience it just to be on social media, bragging about what they boyfriend or girlfriend got them, or bragging about what they doing and what they doing with their boyfriend or girlfriend doing with them, or how long they've been together. I feel like they just want that bragging right. Some people just want the bragging right. Some people want to do it just because they're not getting enough attention at home, or not getting enough attention from their parents, and getting enough attention from the person that they want to get attention from. So they're seek a relationship because they think a relationship is all about attention. And they think a relationship is all about being together and being validated from everything. But really, a relationship is not really like that. Like, it's just someone added on to your life that you just have to work together with. But it's not a priority. It's like, it's a priority, but it's not a high priority over yourself. So it's like, a lot of people just seek validation. A lot of people just seek, they're just alone, so they just want somebody there. So I feel like that's why a lot of people want to get in relationships. But most people actually just want to get in relationships. Like, they just really want a happy family. Like, they actually want to experience a relationship, and they actually want to grow up and have that high school sweetheart stuff. A lot of people be living a high school sweetheart fantasy, and I'm probably one of them people, not gonna lie, because like, I
was that girl. I had a high school sweetheart, and I think the thing is we were friends. Friends before anything, to where now we're healthy co-parents to our children. But you have to be friends before anything in order to have that balance and that happiness. You can't just jump into anything. And even if things don't work out, you still have that friendship. So it's just healthy and balanced. Like, but I think I watched too many movies about, you know, high school sweethearts. And back in the day, older generations like the 80s and the 70s, their marriages and stuff are 30, 40, 50 years relationships. They've been through some stuff.
I know. Like,
in order to make it to, look at Granny and Papa. Over 20 years. But they're in a healthy, happy relationship. But in that moment, you have to choose maturity, and you gotta, some stuff you do have to forgive for.
You do.
And you have to be forgiven for. So it's a matter of balance. A matter of balance, because I do think as a teenager I was so in love. I was so in love. And then now that I'm an adult, I feel like it was too much. Because now I feel like I spent my whole teenage years being in a relationship that I never really technically had time to have fun. I didn't have fun. I missed out on, and I'm not gonna say I missed out on things, I just didn't get to experience them because I was in a relationship. Right. And I was choosing to respect the relationship.
And I feel like a lot of people, that's a good one, because also a lot of people say they don't want to get a relationship because they don't want to miss out on their teenage years. But the way they say teenage years, is it different teenagers?
They're different. They teenagers.
I don't know. Like, I hear people be like, I don't miss out on my teenage years.
Yeah.
But me, in the back of my head, I'm like, what did you missing out on? Because me, I like parties, but I'm like, I get in my moments where I don't like parties no more.
Yeah.
I get in my moments where I don't even like drugs. I don't even like sex, anything. I just don't like.
Because it's like you're in this relationship, right?
Yeah.
Do you choose going to the movies or going to the party? And now you know it's about to be the highlight party of the year, but you know that your mate really, really, really wants to have this date night on this party day.
I'm going to the date night.
You going to the date night?
I'm going to the date night. I don't really care for so much being, because like parties nowadays, it's not even just because they're dangerous. It's really just because like it's not feeding me nothing.
Yeah.
It's not giving me nothing. I'm at the point in my life right now where it's like I don't care for parties no more.
But it's the
like,
maturity.
It's like I don't care for being around people's face. I don't care to just being around the whole Akron, because their mindset is not where mine's at.
Yeah.
So it's like hanging around people like that, partying people like that is not gonna feed you nothing but to hold you back. So it's like honestly, I could pick my relationship over partying or anything any day, because just like it's not feeding me nothing.
So I would go to the date night because I care about them. But then when my friends call me, I'm like, oh my God, I wish I was there. I can't believe I went to the date night.
I'm not gonna wish.
That was me.
Like I don't know. Like I just really, I don't know. I'm just in my like energy, like my life right now, where I really don't care. Like I really don't. Like I would never. One thing I would never do though is pick my significant other over my friends though. That was something I would never do. Like if my friends want to hang out this week, I'm like, okay, we hanging out this week. If my significant other want to hang out the same week, we could do a different day.
Yeah.
It's all about. It's like some people don't know how to also balance their friendship and their relationship.
Because when they leave or you break up.
Yeah, you come back to me.
You need
I don't
me.
want you no more. Go back to them.
You need me. So it is definitely a balance. I do feel like you shouldn't put your friends all 10 toes in your relationship.
Heads no, because I want to hear that. I don't.
It creates a feud, because now he's not gonna like your friends are not gonna like him, and it's okay to actually vent to your friends, but to be like, oh, I hate him, I never want to talk to him again, and then he get on my nerves, and then it's like, oh my gosh, y'all, hold on, he calling. Okay, hold on. No.
I hate that so much. I hate it so much. I can't do it, because it's just like when my friends or something, like my friends that I got now, like I really only got one friend, and I just got my cousin, like so it's like the friend that I got now that's in a relationship, she don't ever come to us and be like, oh, we going through this, we're going through that. But if I see her move down, I'm gonna ask, and if you tell me, I'm like, okay, you do what you want, like you choose to do what you want.
Still be there.
She never ever, because she knows she's going to stay. She's never ever going to be like, oh, I'm leaving him, because she's not. And I don't ever want to hear that come out her mouth, because I know she's not. So it's like, because I really don't, like, I really dislike when people say I'm leaving them and they don't, because me, I've never been that type of friend that'd be like, oh, I'm leaving them, and if I'm leaving. I've never been the type of person to double back. I did double back once.
Well, I feel like it has to be something that you are ready to do. Like, I can't tell you to stop talking to somebody and to leave them, because you have to be ready on your own. So all I can do is be there for you and give you the best advice that I can.
Right.
And that's it. And it just reminds me that the same way, like, you know, I'm venting to you about my significant other, as a girlfriend, you can vent to your other person about your friend, but you can't be over there dogging your friend out, telling your business to the person that you are dating.
Right.
That plays both. I don't want you bashing your man to me, and I don't want you bashing to your man about
we
me.
still gotta hang around each other one day.
Yeah, like, so it just all plays a part. People have to find balance in relationships.
And I really feel like at a young age it's so hard, because a lot of people don't know how to do that.
Yeah. So
it's just like, and it's also just like, as a friend, like, like you said, like, don't come to me dogging your boyfriend, because I'm gonna hate him. Because you're my friend. I want better. I want what's best for you. If he's not best for you, I'm going to dog him just like you're dogging him. Because I'm gonna think it's okay.
And then you're gonna call me wrong for bashing your man, but you just said it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I went through that. So what am I supposed to do?
Yes, like, I went through that, and it's just like, I really hated that for myself, because like I felt like a bad friend for telling, like, you gotta leave, like, you really gotta leave. But I knew I wasn't the bad friend, because like, what you're feeding me is what I'm going to give off. And it's like, I got tired of keep telling you and telling you and telling you to leave, and you're not leaving, and you're telling me you're still going to leave. Don't tell me you're going to leave, because I'm going to want you to leave. If you say, oh, I'm about to leave, I'm like, okay, leave. I'm going to support you. We're going to pack your stuff. We're going to do this and that. But
well, as a friend too, there's certain boundaries that you have when it comes to a relationship. So like, I'm not helping my friend pack her stuff up and leave. I'm not helping her fight him. I'm not helping her go drive over to bust all his windows out or anything. I'm gonna try my best to be like, you know, yo, just take a step back, reflect on everything, like, or you know, just give it some time. Just give it some time. And then if she still choose to do those things, like, yo, I'm a person that's right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't care who it is. It's not cool if they do it, or cool if I do it, and then a problem if they do it. So like, right is right, wrong is wrong. So if you do something wrong, I'm gonna tell you about it, but it's gonna be in a nice way from my heart. I'm not gonna be like, bro, you should have never did that. That was stupid of you. Like, you know, you made a mistake and it's okay. Just don't do it again.
Yeah, and I also feel like as a teenager, like when people make mistakes in friendships and because of the relationship, I feel like they don't know this. They don't know how to separate it, and they also don't know how to handle feedback.
Yeah,
they be like, oh girl, you think you know what's best for me? But it's like, it's not that I know what's best for you. It's just like how you're portraying what you're going through to me. So it's like, I'm trying to give you the best advice that I can give you.
Yeah.
And you're not taking you're putting it as I'm a bad friend because what I'm always bad for you. So if I feel like if in a friendship, don't come to your friends for nothing if you're not ready to hear the heat back. Just don't, because you have to have the maturity to understand other people's point of view. Because it's like, if you're not understanding other people's point of view, you're going to ruin friendship because of a relationship.
And what I'm saying could help you.
It could. And it's like, I'm not God. I'm not perfect. I'm not here to tell you exactly what to do. I'm just giving you options of what you can do. You can do it in your own way. Do it with a little twist. I don't care. But as long as you get yourself out of that situation, we good over here. Like, I don't want to keep... one thing I hate is keep seeing my friends hurt over the same thing. I don't like being around people that's... Like, I always say I don't like being around people that's dumb, but I don't like being around people that's just so stuck into something that's not really feeding them nothing, or you're not growing, that's holding you back. Because if I'm growing and you're stuck in your same place, I'm leaving you. If I had a conversation with you so many times to tell you leave, to tell you to do this, to tell you to do that, and you sitting here not doing it, and you're also telling me that you're going to do it, you keep going back to the same place that's hurting you or holding you back, I'm not going to want you no more. I'm not going to be your friend no more, because I'm outgrowing you and what you're going on. You're holding yourself back with that person, but you're trying to hold me on too, but I can't.
And that goes into last week's episode too, about just the mental capacity of like what everybody has different levels of hurt and different ways of accepting things. Like some people continuously hurt because all they had was hurt. Right. And some people like us can easily walk away because we've seen somebody strong actually walk away and do it. So it's a balance. It's a balance. It's a catch-22 too, because you see what you see is what you get. Like, and you know, if you see those things, then that's what you're gonna eventually turn into. So it's just really relationships, friendships always come with a thought of maturity. And it's like age can be a maturity too, but it's also how you teach yourself and what you're surrounded by. And the same thing when we say a peace of mind. If your friends don't bring you a peace of mind, the same thing follows. As in a relationship. Because you can have, I don't want a toxic rah. If it does not bring you balance in that moment, and it does not bring you a peace of mind with that friendship, it's okay to not be somebody's friend, and it doesn't have to end in turmoil. I feel like another thing with friends is people is too scared to be alone. They're too scared. With friendships. They're too scared. And me, I never been scared. I never been scared. And you know I never been scared because all I went through the other year. I never been scared to drop a girl. I don't care if it's 10 girls trying to jump me. I ain't never been scared. I never been scared. Okay, well maybe you get that from me. I ain't never been scared to drop somebody. Like, I've been going through dropping people for so long. It's like, I never been scared because I know my worth in friendships, relationships, and so many things. I could give somebody a chance and keep giving them a chance, but it gets to a point where I'm going to leave you where you at. I'm always going to leave somebody where they're at, because like I'm always growing, because I see a maturity around my family. Y'all like y'all individuals, like y'all don't even know, like a lot of Granny Taisha, Granny, my auntie Taisha, like my mom, everybody inspires me in so many different ways. So it's like, I learn maturity as I grow up and be around y'all so much. So it's like, you're looking at somebody else's life. If it's not not saying like we got matched equally, but it's like, if you're not in the headspace that I'm in, I can't be your friend. That's right. Because it's like, you're so stuck on partying. You're so stuck on relationship. You're so stuck on validation from social media. You're so stuck on what celebrities got going on, but you're not stuck on what you got going on. Well, what did we say? Everybody cannot go to the top. So it's like a lot of people in your circle aren't meant for anything. Now, I'll say, if you want to keep somebody around, just don't tell them everything that you got going on, because it's like they're never going to understand what you got going on. Say a friend, mine's so little,
she still want to work a 9 to 5, and then nothing wrong with that. But say you come with her with a business plan, she never gonna understand that because she don't got a business mind. You can't share everything with your friends. All you can do is share the outcome. That's all you can do is share the outcome. I learned that. Like, I can't talk so much about what I got going on with my friends because you don't know if y'all gonna be friends for long, and you also don't know what type of beef or what type of feeling they got behind the heart or the mouth that they're providing.
Well, you have to let people burn their own bridges too, because I can see things coming a mile away. But instead of me looking like the bad guy, I'm gonna wait for you to burn that bridge. So now you have to respect the decisions that's being made here because you burnt the bridge and I didn't.
Exactly. Exactly. You gotta let people do.
So that wraps it up. What are we channeling? A peace of mind, maturity,
a peace of mind. Yes, everything. Like, I hope you guys took so much from this video because
we're happy
this was a good one. This was
really
definitely a good one. And like, I just really feel like this is a good one for y'all. And y'all really need to stay tuned and tune in for episode 3.
And I soaked up some stuff, so now I know like how y'all feel.
Yes,
like, I'm happy to know that that's how you guys feel, and I'm happy that we were able to contribute that and to contribute into your maturity level. Like, that really wasn't like a little surprise.
That was
my heart. So make sure you guys tune in to the next episode. We do not have our topics yet, but we will list them in the bottom comments for you guys to vote on the new topics for next segment.
And make sure you guys interact with us because that's how we're going to feed you guys and interact with y'all as well. That's how we're going to please y'all with what y'all want us to talk about, what y'all want to hear. Tell us what y'all want to hear.
Heart, share, repost us.
Everything on all our social medias.
Don't DM us, y'all. Put it down below.
Facts. Don't be scared to comment, y'all, because everybody can reply to your comment. We reply too. We reply to criticism or anything. Come on, y'all. Like, come with everything for real. We no shade.
We can't wait to see.
Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 2. See you guys on episode 3.
Bye.